It's easy to believe the world is falling apart, but I don't. Hey guys, it's John sitting here in the studio. Hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are. In this video, I want to share what I believe. Not dogmas or doctrine, but the vision that I have for the world that we're actually becoming. I wanted to take this time to talk about the core of what I truly believe about our future. I believe that love is not just a feeling, it's the energy that creates, heals, and evolves everything. Love is the very essence of God, consciousness, or the source within us. And every act of kindness or forgiveness and courage is a ripple of that same divine energy that we are literally delivering that energy in the world if we so choose. And when we choose love, we align with the creation itself. I personally believe humanity is not lost, that it's in a huge transition right now. And what we're experiencing on the news are just the growing pains of a more beautiful world. We're shedding outdated systems built on fear and control and division. And even the chaos we see is part of the birthing of a higher consciousness, a place where we all come together as one. In each challenge that we see is an invitation to return to love and unity, to literally see it as something to purge from our society and from our belief. The evidence that our spiritual awareness is growing is all around us. There are global compassion movements rising all over the world. Millions of people are donating and volunteering and mobilizing for causes that heal the planet and people. Even during times of global crises, communities unite faster than ever before. And the interesting thing is it's a grassroots aid that happens. People start just coming out of the woodwork. It's not necessarily a government ordered thing or something that organizations are creating. People are literally getting up. I remember when the fires happened in that town on Hawaii, and the town got wiped out by fire. And they had a problem on the news. It was very interesting. The police were really upset, and they were really having a problem because people were showing up with clothing and food and all the things people would need to survive, generators. And the police were saying, there's too many of you, too many people coming. And that's what's happening in our world today. People are seeing the struggles of others and helping out. And the technologies that we've been experiencing in the world create an opportunity to connect quicker. Technologies connects hearts just because it's like they see the struggles of the world and they reach out and they help. It's not just data that's out there. Social media is literally shifting from outrage to awakening, to love. Platforms like YouTube are filled with voices teaching mindfulness and peace and unity. The borders are pulled down on the internet because there are no borders. You can talk to everybody all over the world. Last year, I spoke to a lot of people, but I spoke to them all over in every corner of the world from my house. This new movement in AI has become so helpful in a lot of ways, and people are using it in wrong ways as well. But AI, it has been a blessing for me personally. It helps me put the videos out faster. It helps me reach the greater audience just by helping me outline my ideas. I write my ideas down and I ask ChatGPT to help me organize it into a logical solution. Renewable energies. Right now there are so many different solar companies that are out there. One of the YouTube channels that I follow is Wild, Wonderful Off Grid, and you just look at their systems. They have a beautiful home, completely run off of solar. Completely run off of solar. They have air conditioning. They have washers and dryers. They've created a cleaner outcome for their own living existence in the world. People are doing that, and not only that, these solar projects bring, power to remote areas. There are parts of Africa that were so remote that no one could ever even talk to them. Now they have the internet. They're all on their phones with satellite phones talking to people from all over the world. The borders are dropping. The people who are trying to hold on to the borders are the ones who are peddling fear. There is an equality in innovation. The interesting thing about innovation is that it doesn't take millions of dollars. You can innovate, you can create in your house right now. There are so many people that are creating amazing lifestyles just by being home, myself included. I love being home, and I do get to do all these videos from my house. When you go on the internet and you look for someone to come put a roof on your house, When you look at at what's in front of you, you can see the young guy who's starting his company, but his website looks better, it's created better, and so he's going to get your work because he's the one who's put the energy into creating. The younger generations are rejecting the divisions that is out there in the world. They're standing up against the people who are harming others. They're standing up against violence and standing up against the things that create the actual violence in the world. They demand inclusivity. They demand authenticity, and they're living towards a purpose. They're putting their desire for a better world out there. They care about mental health, equality, and sustainability. And that caring itself shows the evolution of consciousness in real time. We can see it happening now in the world.
This channel has no sponsors and is solely funded through viewer support. Links in description below, or get your coffee and tea at johnshow.com.
There is a genuine shift from fear to empowerment. I believe fear has ruled long enough, and it's losing its grip. And the reason it's losing its grip because no one wants to fear and everyone wants to love. Everyone wants love in their life, and fear is the illusion of love's absence. Politicians use fear tactics, and churches use religious guilt, and the elite's economic control are all being exposed and dismantled. Transparency and accountability are rising because consciousness is rising. People are calling people out for not treating people equally. And I believe empowerment is the natural result of this self-awareness. People are questioning old hierarchies, and they're realizing their own inner divinity. Spirituality is no longer about following, it's about becoming. And the future is not one of domination, it's one of collaboration, where we come together and love our neighbor. I leave you one commandment, love one another. From nations to neighbors, we're learning to listen again. We're hearing what someone's saying. Love is the new power structure. And the vision of a loving future is something we can choose, a world where equality is not a debate, but it is a given. We can choose to live into the beautiful world where all beings, all humans, all beings are valued as expressions of the same source, where gender and race and religion or class even are no longer separate but enrich the human tapestry. We literally can help each other and lift each other up in a world where harmony is our natural rhythm, where competition gives way to co-creation and collaboration, where business and government and spirituality serve humanity, not the ego. There's a lot of people in the spiritual space that are about serving their own egos and their own ideologies. They're not helping the world. They're literally trying to argue their perspective to make themselves have power. Why? So they can sell you something. A world where love is possible. And it becomes the highest law when we so choose it, and it's happening. Conscious active love, the kind that builds bridges and heals wounds, is happening. It's coming to fruition. We are starting to experience it. And every choice from love moves the world forward towards that outcome. And despite the appearances around us, we are evolving. The darkness isn't winning. It's just being revealed. When you shine light on darkness, what's there is shown. What's happening right now is we're shining light on darkness. And as the light hits them, those who are peddling fear are scurrying for cover. The exposure of corruption and inequality and injustice is the symptom of awakening, not collapse. It's like a body purging toxins. Humanity is clearing what no longer serves us, and division and anger are just simply the growing pains of transformation. People are awakening through contrast. They're becoming more aware of our interconnectedness. They're realizing what doesn't feel right. And the chaos of today is the compost of tomorrow's peace. We all know what compost is, right? Love never stopped working. It's simply becoming visible. We see it in the helpers. We see it in the teachers. We see it in the quiet acts of grace every day. So how do you live that belief? My belief isn't abstract, it's practical. I live by choosing love in each moment, no matter what the world shows me. I believe presence is power and peace is contagious. My personal mission is to remind others of their own power to love and create. An expanding spirit isn't a philosophy. It's a movement of remembrance, to remember who you are and the divinity within, to expand your spirit is to remember that divinity and to act from it. Together, we can build heaven on earth, one loving choice at a time. And when we choose that loving choice, we create from that space, and the neighbor beside you gets to make a choice by your example. So when you look at the world and feel despair, remember this: love is not losing, love is winning quietly through every heart that refuses to hate. That's what I believe. And I hope this makes sense to you. And if it does make sense to you and this message resonates with you, share it. Help people see that there are people in the world who believe in a more loving future. The proof of love is your corner of the world. You get to create that corner of the world as beautifully as you can. And together, we can expand the spirits of all the people that we interact with and show them the loving world in the now, rather than the fear based ideologies of the future that some of these people are pushing. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.